Art and architecture was lost to the Europeans during the beginning of the Middle Ages or Dark Ages, but during the Renaissance was when the arts and architecture made a reoccurrence. In 1401, a contest was held to see whose architect would be displayed on the golden doors of the baptistry. This contest brought the idea of humanism. This required artists to start taking credit for their work by signing their names on their paintings and sculptures. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Donatello, Raphael, Van Eyck, and Peter Bruegel became well known for their works. People started to become really interested in the arts. It became a sign of wealth if one could afford to buy a painting and the quality of that painting. Rulers, church leaders, and even common people began to become patrons of the arts. Early Renaissance artists had not obtained the knowledge of art and design, so their paintings were based off what they saw in nature. Later in the Renaissance, paintings and sculptures were based off Greek and Roman times. A lot of the paintings contain elements of biblical reference, classical reference, order, perspective, or fluidity. Artists were taught to copy the object to look as lifelike as possible. They would study the objects for long amounts of time. Architecture in the Renaissance ages consisted of designs of the ancient Greeks and Romans. Europeans used columns, domes, and arches in their buildings. The Europeans studied ancient texts to understand more about design. One of the most significant texts was called 10 Books on Architecture by a Roman author named Vitruvius. Even though Vitruvius was writing about architecture, artists used his designs in painting. Donato Bramante was one of the most important architects during the Renaissance. He followed classical architecture for his designs and rebuilt the St. Peter's Basilica.